The news cycle has been unusually turbulent this week, and two stories from completely different worlds have somehow sparked the same kind of public reaction. Layoffs at the Washington Post and the franchise-altering trade involving NBA superstar Anthony Davis. One story is rooted in journalism, the other in sports, but both highlight a larger reality. Institutions once viewed as untouchable are being forced to reinvent themselves under intense scrutiny. Let's start with the Washington Post, a publication long considered one of the pillars of American journalism. Recent layoffs at the company have sent shockwaves through the media industry, raising serious questions about the future of traditional newsrooms. Employees and readers alike were stunned as reports surfaced that the paper would be cutting jobs amid declining digital subscriptions and shifting audience habits. For a newspaper that built its reputation on investigative excellence and political accountability, the move felt symbolic of a much deeper crisis. The scrutiny intensified almost immediately. Critics argued that the layoffs contradicted the Post's public commitment to quality journalism, especially at a time when misinformation is rampant and trust in media is already fragile. Others pointed out that even elite news organizations are not immune to the economic realities reshaping the digital landscape. Advertising revenue has shrunk, social media algorithms dominate attention, and younger audiences increasingly consume news in short-form, video-heavy formats rather than long investigative pieces. Inside the newsroom, morale reportedly took a hit. Journalists who remained faced heavier workloads and uncertainty about what might come next. Former staffers voiced frustration, saying the cuts undermined the Post's ability to hold powerful institutions accountable. For many observers, the layoffs were not just a business decision, they were a warning sign about the sustainability of legacy media in a fast-moving, profit-driven digital era. Now shift gears to the NBA, where another seismic change grabbed headlines, the Anthony Davis trade. While vastly different in nature, the reaction to this move mirrored the outrage, disbelief, and debate surrounding the Washington Post layoffs. Anthony Davis is not just another star, he's a franchise cornerstone, a player capable of redefining a team's identity overnight. Any trade involving him was bound to reshape the league's balance of power. When the trade details emerged, fans immediately began dissecting winners and losers. Some hailed the move as a necessary reset for a franchise stuck in limbo, while others viewed it as a reckless gamble that sacrificed long-term stability for short-term gains. Analysts debated whether Davis could remain healthy, whether the return package was sufficient, and how the deal would affect championship aspirations across the conference. Much like the Post layoffs, the trade sparked deeper conversations about leadership and strategy. Was the front office making a bold, forward-thinking decision, or reacting out of desperation? In today's NBA, loyalty often takes a back seat to flexibility, cap management, and asset accumulation. The Davis trade reinforced the idea that even superstar players are part of a constantly shifting equation. What makes these two stories fascinating is how closely they reflect one another thematically. In both cases, institutions faced pressure to adapt. The Washington Post is grappling with how to survive in a media ecosystem dominated by clicks, subscriptions, and algorithms. NBA franchises are navigating a league where player movement, analytics, and financial strategy matter as much as on-court performance. Stability is no longer guaranteed in either world. Public reaction also played a major role in both situations. Social media exploded with criticism of the Post's layoffs, with journalists, politicians, and readers weighing in. Similarly, NBA fans flooded timelines with hot takes, memes, and emotional reactions to the Davis trade. In the age of instant feedback, organizations don't just make decisions, they defend them in real time before a global audience. Another shared element is trust. Readers trust news outlets to inform them honestly. Fans trust teams to build winners responsibly. When that trust feels broken, backlash follows. The Post must now rebuild confidence with both its staff and subscribers. The franchise involved in the Davis trade must prove that the move wasn't just splashy, but smart. There's also a generational shift at play. Younger audiences consume sports and news differently than ever before. They want transparency, authenticity, and engagement. Traditional institutions that fail to meet those expectations risk becoming irrelevant. Whether it's a newsroom or a basketball front office, the message is the same: adapt or fall behind. Looking ahead, the consequences of these decisions will unfold over time. The Washington Post's layoffs may lead to a leaner, more digitally focused operation, or they may accelerate a decline in journalistic depth. The Anthony Davis trade could spark a championship run or become a cautionary tale about miscalculated risk. Right now, no one knows for sure. What we do know is that both stories underscore how fragile dominance can be. Power, prestige, and legacy no longer guarantee security. Every decision is magnified, analyzed, and judged instantly. In that environment, leadership matters more than ever. As audiences, readers, and fans, we're watching closely. The fallout from these moves will shape not just headlines, but the future of media and sports themselves. Whether it's the press box or the basketball court, the game has changed, and everyone is being forced to play by new rules.